Hi, my name is Eureka La Rosa, and my topic is on organizational communication. I will be focusing on employee commitment and the importance of increasing communication effectiveness in the workplace. I am currently employed by Ross Dress for Less. I have been working with the company for almost 2 years. Excuse me. There is a lack of downward communication from managers to employee that I've been noticing. It started previously with my manager relocating to a different state, thus bringing a change in management and them not really telling us that there was going to be a change in management. Overall, my previous manager was very lenient with the company's policies. For example, within dress codes, we were allowed to wear like black cardigans, where the dress code specifically states that we can only wear dark shades of blues. She also allowed us to like pick our own departments that we wanted to work in. Whenever the new manager came, she was very strict and she followed the company's policies. Therefore, she kind of gave this hostile personality, and a lot of the coworkers had a very hard time adjusting to the new manager's demands as well, because nobody really notified us of the change of management that was going to happen until it happened. It also caused 3 employees to be fired because of the leniency of the previous manager on the return policies and discounts to customers. It overall just caused an abrupt change within the environment. It caused a lot of employees to quit, and it even caused a lot of them to transfer out to different stores. It overall increased the lack of leadership and communication, brought confusion and overall disadvantage to the employee commitment, and it increased filtering communication. Chapter 4 focuses on communication. One of the key concepts from our lecture is on communication, under communication, which is a breakdown in communication. It assumes that everyone or every coworker has the same access to knowledge and to information. And I spelled information wrong, sorry. Anyways, many of like the part-timers aren't really aware of all the details that goes on within the week, so we kind of miss out. Another concept that was mentioned in the textbook is the Pygmalion effect, which is when the senders non-verbally communicate expectations to receivers and it influences their behavior. For example, our new manager has a very hostile personality, and she kind of tends to ignore us when we ask her questions, or she responds whenever she wants to. She is also very rude in her tone whenever she answers our questions. Nonverbal cues cause misinterpretation to take place, and it can lead to filtering. Filtering is another concept which causes the certain process of communication, certain pieces of communication to kind of be left out within a message. It is one of the main factors that is leading a lack of communication within my store, because the manager is kind of like only really communicating with the full-timers, and it causes them to receive the information. It also just generally affects everyone, because like the manager is frustrated because we don't know the information, and the employees were like dissatisfied and we lack commitment. The overall statement from the book is key, is that communication is crucial for effectiveness and organization performance. The research article I found was done on Malaysian's large company. The goal of the research was to examine influence of internal communication on employees. The method was done through a survey structure questionnaire on 500 employees that worked for large companies and Malaysian companies. The result revealed that internal communication significantly affects employees' commitment to change in all the aspects. Overall, employees' commitment is crucial in decision making. to help improve performance in the organization. Internal communication is increased. If internal communication is increased, it affects the workplace as well. As a solution, I want the organization to benefit and to strengthen the employees and employers relationship. Thus, in order for it to happen, we need to raise awareness among employees, and we need to be ready, kind of like create readiness as well. So for it to be fostered, we need the new manager to change the directions within her nonverbal and verbal communications. Because of her hostile personality, it kind of, the situation that the store was already undergoing with the shift in managers, her personality kind of like made it even harder. Thus, the direction should be more clear, so she should have a more clear to help us understand the change that's happening and kind of like who, when, what's taking place, and who's being involved. There should be more transparency as well to enable commitment and change among employees, creating creativity. For example, emails can be incorporated text to follow up and provide employees with updates like during every day that we work. Schedule communication differences. There should be different formats and distributions of it, and overall just the follow-up. Thank you all for listening, and just remember that communication works for those who work at it, and communication is a continuous process. Thank you.